A five-judge Supreme Court bench led by the Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud heard pleas on the legalization of same-sex marriage. The centre has argued that it is not appropriate for the courts to decide on this issue. The Supreme Court observed that there is an evolving consensus on an equal future. The hearing will continue tomorrow as well. Ashmit standing by with the live updates of what transpired in the Supreme Court. The hearing today has concluded. Of course, this will be taken up by the Supreme Court tomorrow, Ashmit. But explain to us, the Solicitor General making it clear that the courts had no business taking up this matter. It was for Parliament to legislate, but D.Y. Chandrachud, the Chief Justice, saying, no, we will hear this matter.
Indeed, in fact, the CJI was very clear that he will not allow any of the parties to dictate the nature of these proceedings, and that came in response to the Solicitor General saying that even before we get into the merits of the case on whether or not there should be same-sex marriage allowed, there's a preliminary objection being raised by the centre, the objection being that there should be absolutely no meddling in this issue by the judiciary. This is the exclusive preserve of the Parliament, of the legislature, and that was the preliminary objection. That has not been allowed yet. In fact, the Chief Justice continued with these proceedings, continued to allow the petitioners to make their submissions, which in fact led to the Solicitor General remarking at one point that this will compel the centre to think whether or not they will wish to participate in these proceedings. So strong comments, those from the Solicitor General, but not managing to impress the Chief Justice. He decided to continue and to allow the petitioners to make their submissions, led by Mukul Rohatgi. He was appearing for the petitioners in this case. He went on to argue that the centre's contention that this is an urban elitist concept is in fact misplaced, and that cannot be used to deny fundamental rights that fall to the LGBTQ community. He further went on to say that for the centre to argue that they constitute a minuscule minority then is a representation of the majoritarianism attitude, and that is simply not constitutionally sustainable, that the fundamental rights provided, right to life, right to privacy, the preamble, the way it is structured, clearly mandates that the burden falls on the centre, on the government to ensure that these rights are freely accessible and that there can be no distinction made between heterosexual couples and same-sex couples. So that's an argument that has been made. Today was just day one. We understand the five-judge bench of the Supreme Court will continue hearing in this case tomorrow as well.
All right, Ashmit.